Hey, how's it going, guys? We got a little bit of a crazy video here. I just had a Fish Tropic with me. He hit me up on Instagram today, and he got like a nice lot of free short boxes, and he has no idea what's in them. He kind of came to me wondering what kind of books he's got in his possession. So I'm hoping we get some people in the chat that can even help me out because I'm not going to pretend to be the biggest expert in the world, but I know a few good reads. But nonetheless, we got Fish Tropic with us. How's it going, Fish Tropic? Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
It's going good, guys. What's going on, Comic Nation? It's your boy Fish Tropic from the tropicals of the fish tank world. You know, if you guys don't know me by now, you know, I'm modding over at the Great Legend Show. Shout out to the Great Legend there. Shout out to C. Woodward. Shout out to the Comic Corps. You know, shout out to a lot of you guys out there. Jay Smith, you know, there's a lot of names that come to my head. You know, we could sit here all day and night doing the damn thing.
Middleman, Jason
we're here today to go through some of these short boxes that I picked up at a Cash Converters. It just so happened I walk in and someone was bringing these things in, you know, did a little cash deal on the side even before it hit the Cash Converters. So I'm like, you know, I'll take them. Here you go. Here's some cash. You know, I felt kind of bad for the man. So I'm just like, all right, here. You know, I'm not going to tell you what I spent, but we're going to go through these books today, and you guys are going to tell me, was it worth it and how much. You know, it's not even about the money. You know, it's about, you know, your childhood memories and stuff like that. You know, back in the day, I used to collect comics, lots of comics. You know, I lost them all. Now I'm trying to recapture a lot of the things that, you know, I used to draw to. You know, a lot of us on YouTube are artists. You have passion. You know, you do something and you should never let anyone knock that passion out of you. And that's why I reached out to see Woodward today. And we're going to do something that's never been done. We're going to clash the fish world. We're going to clash the comic world and tsunami wave.
I love it.
Let's get to this. You want to hit this Marvel box first?
Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. If you want to go ahead and start opening that up, I'll get to the shout-outs in the chat real quick while you get your first book ready. So we got Mr. Gretzky9966. Glad you can make it, man. He said he got a Action Comics 269. That is awesome, Gretzky. Congratulations. Keep getting that Action Comics going. We also have Chad90 MF Comics. What's going on, man? We got Paul Midwest Comic Man in the chat. Glad he could make it, as well as my auction buddy for tonight on All About Comics channel at 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be having an auction on All About Comics, so sub him up if you guys like to get the good books or like to talk comics and cold ones. We also have Eli Easy, the Game Hunter. The New York Warriors had a very successful auction last night, so definitely sub up Eli if you like, you know, the independent wrestling scene as well as New York Warriors auctions is one of the best. We have Ruben Neves. He says, "What's going on?" We have the Gray Man in the chat. How's it going? And then we have David from Beyond the Blast Doors. He says he's jumping around, thinking of doing this week's episode live Saturday night. Your thoughts? You definitely know I'm going to recommend that because Beyond the Blast Doors is one of the best podcasts for Star Wars content. So definitely check out David and the wonderful crew from Beyond the Blast Doors. But without further ado, we have 3 short boxes to get through. So let's go ahead and show those books. What do you got? I'm going to go ahead and click on you. Exactly what you got.
Drum roll. So the first one I grabbed out of here, like I said, guys, I have no clue.
Let's see if I do. And the first one, of course, it's like a virgin cover. It looks like a Planet of the Apes. It's got like the decayed Statue of Liberty in the back, but it's like a virgin cover.
Yeah, the little bit that I know, it's a virgin copy of a connecting cover.
Oh,
maybe.
Okay.
That's what it looks like to me anyway. Like I said, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know most of you guys out there, if you guys are collecting virgin covers or whatnot, you guys know what this is.
Yeah, that's a cool looking cover. I haven't seen it myself, but yeah, that's like a great legend right up his alley because I know he loves some of those apes.
Like, I'm just crossing my fingers if this is a connecting cover. The other 3 or 4 or 5 are in the box here because that would be awesome. Because like me, I collect art and I'll put these up in a frame somewhere, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you know, from the condition I'm looking at it, it looks, you know, there's maybe a spine tick in there. No, that's just the bag.
Nice.
It looks like a 9 or above to me, guys. Like whoever were collecting these, you know, they must have had first dibs on these because I don't see anything wrong with this book at all. Besides, maybe it's not in Mylar.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. You guys tell me. So, yo, I'm going to the next book. Like, should I
All
open
right,
this?
what do we got?
Should I open this?
Maybe just see what it is. Usually, yeah, you just open it up and at least see what. It looks like we might be dealing with a mini series here, Planet of the Apes mini series.
It's taped up.
Okay, it said what did it say on the back? Kong of the Apes or something like that. Oh, it's like King Kong versus Planet of the Apes, maybe.
It's Kong of Skull Island, created by Joe DeVito. Boom Studios.
Oh, okay, it's from Boom. Okay.
Yeah, and whoever had these double boarded it.
Nice. That's always good.
Yeah, so I'm guessing most of these comics in here are going to be double boarded. So, you know, that's the first one. Boom Comics. Okay, so I guess it's not supposed to be in the Marvel box, eh?
It's still a very nice looking book, that's for sure.
Oh, what we got here? We got a...
Oh, Darth Maul, #1. That's one for David from Beyond the Blast Doors. I wonder if he's read that one.
It says variant 1 in 15, $10.
Nice.
So that's one. I don't know, you guys, let me check the chat here. You guys know what I'm working with here? I don't know, I could probably leave it up there a little better for you guys.
Yeah, it looks like we've got the Gray Man in the chat still. He's just having a little bit trouble seeing. I know we got some lighting issues there, but he's got like all of his overhead lights on. So, and we also have Discovery Bay Comics in the chat. Yeah, that's a cool book.
I don't know, maybe it's the laptop too. It's probably coming in a little fuzzy.
It could be.
I don't know, maybe we should have switched back to my iPhone.
But Chad 90MF Comics says it was a good read. It's a 5-issue miniseries.
5-issue miniseries.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. He says the Darth Maul.
So is it worth it? Was it worth the $10 he spent? Let's grab the next one in the back.
Yeah, what else we got?
Oh, we got another.
Oh, it's the Halloween Comic Fest version. So it was like a freebie during Halloween Comic Fest, it looks like.
Okay. That's cool. Looks like it's above 9 too.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with this book at all.
So that way, if you ever wanted to,
I haven't opened it, but you know, from what I'm looking at, you know, this guy really kept care of these books. I've never seen books that look this well. I guess he likes Star Wars.
Okay, that looks like a previews exclusive Han Solo #1, perhaps.
Star Wars Han Solo SDCC exclusive variant.
Oh, so it's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Okay.
#1.
That's nice. That's a con exclusive you got there.
Oh, it's San Diego Comic-Con 2016.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Don Monster, he's in the chat. He says he has that one, and it's a nice book. So he likes that one.
Yeah, it says limited to 7,500 prints.
Nice.
That's not bad.
No, not at all.
Uh-oh, we got a sticker.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay, now I guess we're getting into the Marvel. So we got a Civil War II #1 variant with Iron Man on it.
Okay, yeah, that's from Civil War II, released a couple years back. They had like a bunch of variants for that one, so I'm not sure based on, I don't know who the cover artist is on that one. Probably try to look that up maybe.
Anybody out there?
An incentive variant. Whoops.
I have that one. It looks like a nice book. Yeah, all these books, they're like mint condition. All of them. Well, I'm not going to say all of them.
Civil War II, the story is doo-doo. So I have heard that from a few people.
Okay. We got something a little older here, I guess. It's Marvel Knights #1, The Punisher.
Oh, that's a good book. Who's that? Garth Ennis. He had a really good run on The Punisher. That's a nice book. This is a very good one.
Looks like it's in pretty good condition too. Maybe a little tick at the
Yeah.
edge here. Other than that, no spine.
Now, I'm not the biggest Punisher guy, but I know a lot of people like some Garth Ennis Punisher. So to have a number one from his run, that's good.
It's a good book then, eh?
Pretty good.
Okay, next book. This is, I would never expect to find this in this ever. Empire of the Dead, #1, George A. Romero, Marvel.
Okay, that even looks like a variant cover too, because it's Act 2. Okay, I think I have Act 1. I haven't read that whole thing yet, but yeah, I think it was, if I remember right, George Romero, he had a short contract with Marvel, and he just released like a couple trades, or I'm sorry, single issues, and made them trades of
Didn't he die?
Yeah, he passed away about a year or two ago.
Oh snap!
So yeah, basically, he had all the Of the Dead movies, and then Marvel let him do like a comic version of an Of the Dead movie. So that's a really nice read.
Whip this open later and read it.
Yeah, you like your George Romero
was
stuff?
Act 1 good?
Eli is saying Act 1 is the money book. So if you got an Act 1 in there, hopefully you do. I think I actually have one somewhere. I have to dig it out and reread it sometime. It's been a long time since I read it.
Okay, we got a double board here.
All right, what we got? I see a New Mutants.
I guess we got a new Marvel #1, New Mutants.
Okay, wow, is that an Alex Ross cover on that? That looks nice.
Direct edition. Whatever that means. What does that mean?
Usually direct editions, just buy directly from your comic shop, or like your Midtown Comicses, or your bigger like online comic book shops. Like your newsstands are the ones you get, like say like a grocery store or something like that, or a bookstore like Books A Million we have around here, and Borders when they existed.
What's face value of this book?
I'm not sure. Probably a few bucks, whatever.
Bucks?
I would say at least cover. Like I said, I'm not sure. I don't think there's anything key that I could recall about that version of New Mutants #1.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Maybe it's just like he was specking on it or something, right?
Perhaps.
Who knows?
Yeah.
The next one on is a #1, The Mighty Captain Marvel.
Okay. What's the bottom of that look like? Oh, Mighty Captain Marvel #1. I think that's a newer part of the Captain Marvel run. I mean, yeah, you definitely want to hang on to those Captain Marvel books right now.
Yeah.
And the movie's getting ready to come out soon, so I haven't read that specific run because they rebooted her character so many times. It's hard to keep track, but I think that's one of the later #1s they've done for her.
Yeah, and I would rate both of these books above 9.0.
Cool.
Easy. If I see the way I rate a book, if I see any flaws on the front, it drops below a 9 for me. I don't care.
Yeah.
It just drops.
I'm kind of the same way. I'm about 9.2, 9.4, but it's just like one spine tick. I'm like, well, I'm not even going to say 9.6. I'm just going to go down to 9.2.
Okay.
All right. Well, we got.
This guy sure likes his #1s, let me tell you that. Marvel #1, Inhumans, Once a Future Kings.
Yeah, I definitely have not read that one. Looks like I think Chris Priest maybe wrote that. I'm just looking at who they are. Chris Priest and Phil Noto. That's actually a decent creative team, at least.
Cool. Never even heard of this stuff before.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like
I've been watching. I watch Inhumans on the series.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they made new comics for them. Okay. So let's do it here. Okay. We got something here. I don't know what that means on the back.
Does Mighty Thor #1 C cover? They're calling it an 8.0 though. Let's see what it is. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I'm trying to think who did that run. I can't remember right offhand. It's right between probably the John Michael Straczynski and the Jason Aaron. Well, I can't remember. Jason Aaron might have worked on that run if I remember right. I can't remember if that was like right before his time or if that's one of the like where he started. But nonetheless, it was right around when Thor got pretty good in my opinion.
What do you think this is? What's the value of that?
If it's a C cover, it might be like a 1 in 10, so probably about $5 to $10.
That's not bad. I'm just wondering if there's some like huge book in here, man. That's what I'm wondering.
Easy, the Game Hunter, he's saying nice cover variants from 2010 and 2011 are hard to find.
Okay, the next one up, we got Marvel Cable #1.
Okay, yeah, that one just came out not too long ago. I think it was around the time they had like all those lenticulars and stuff. I think I could be wrong. It could be like a little bit before that, but yeah, it's probably, if you're looking for value, it's probably worth about cover or less, I'd say.
It looks like it's above 9 too.
Cool. Yeah, they did a lot of renumbering of. I think that's right around X-Men Gold and X-Men Blue. Once they did kind of the X-Men relaunch a few years back.
Okay, what is this we got? We got pretty thick in here. You triple board this one. It's a Marvel Legacy #1 variant, 1 in 25, 20 bucks.
Okay, yeah, I think my store actually had that on sale for 20 bucks when it came out. It looks like a Women of Marvel variant.
Yeah.
But they made a ton of those Marvel Legacy #1s. So I don't know if the value stayed 20 bucks, but yeah, nonetheless, it's a very nice cover.
I don't know. It's mint.
Yeah. It's very nice looking.
There's no tick on it or anything. Nothing. Fresh, nice. The things you find when you go outside. What is this? We got Marvel. I don't know who this is. Hunger #1.
Let's see what we got here. Okay, yeah, I think that's the Galactus mini series called Hunger. And I think, if I remember right, there should be Addie Granoff covers.
You got these books?
I do not. I think I've seen them around though. If I remember, I think it said Joshua Hill Fieldkoff was the writer.
You want to stay away from these red label ones, right?
Nah, that was just post Age of Ultron. Like, yeah, probably around 2013, 2014, the Marvel had like, when they went to the Marvel Now format, they all had those like trade dresses at the bottom.
I'm just gonna pull out a bunch. It's just easier that way.
Also got Rag718 in the chat. How's it going, Rag718?
We got the legend here yet? Is the legend here?
He's probably working.
Yeah.
He's gonna watch this on a replay though, I know that.
Oh yeah, he will.
We got Wolverine, Gambit. I don't know. Here you go.
Oh, okay. I think that's from the Wolverine Gambit Victims miniseries. Like I can't tell which issue that is because I forget. I know issue 1 had like that gold label on the top, or it was like gold on the top, 90s foil. But yeah, it's a 90s book if I remember correctly.
Okay.
So pretty cool.
Let's check this condition. Below an 8.
Yep, like I said, it's got a little bit of age on it now.
Below an 8, that's for sure. We got Venomized Villains, Spider-Gwen.
Oh, that's a really nice book. I think that issue 24, that's a good one. Because I think the cover A, it might just be because people really like the cover A. That was selling for quite a bit for a while. I can't remember the exact dollar amount, but they had the Venomized variant. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It looks pretty sick.
Yeah, that's definitely super.
That's a sick cover, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because
I think that's where she becomes Gwenom for the first time, if I remember right.
Got a bit of a tick here, but it's not much. I think it's just printing, right? But other than that, I would rate it maybe just under a 9.
Okay. Yeah, we got Brett Hessart in the chat. He says that is a good book.
Yeah. So awesome. That's why I came to you guys. You guys know your comics, do a little special event. I know people are just chilling out after, work, hang out, have a coffee. I'm having my Tim Hortons A.
Nice.
So. Okay, next book. This one's triple board.
Uh-oh.
We got a Marvel #1, The Thunder Generations, The Mighty Thor, The Unworthy Thor.
Okay, yeah, they had a bunch of one-shots. Once again, it's around the Marvel Legacy time, where they kind of had like the new version of the character interact with the old version. So that's just a one-shot where after they probably had Lady Thor interact with another
Art's nice.
Thor. Yeah, it looks really nice.
Aaron, Azar, and Belair.
All right, yeah. So I think Jason Aaron wrote that one, and I can't remember who drew that one offhand.
Okay, we're back into some more Marvel here. We got the Astonishing X-Men #1.
Okay, yeah, it looks. I wonder if that's a variant cover. I've definitely read some of the Astonishing X-Men's, but that looks a little bit different. Maybe it's a cover A and I'm wrong.
The number says 00111.
I think that's just the UPC. The number one's next to the title up top there. They just incorporate it into the top.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a cool cover.
That's
like I said, I can't remember if that's a cover A or up.
Okay, we got Zombies Assemble #1.
Oh, okay. Speaking of zombies, we got Who Dat Comics and Movies in the chat. Yesterday, he was on my channel, and he got a hilarious zombie cover, or a zombie hardcover, I should say, that he's going to read and maybe review.
Like, I need to stop right now. Are these books going in, like, any which way you think, or?
This seems kind of random so far. We also have a Poor Man's Comics. He bids $1 so far. Discovery Bay is folded. And we have one of my brothers from the Comic Corps original, Jeremy Edwards. He says he just stopped by to say hello. So happy to see you, Jeremy Edwards.
He's back in. A bunch of stuff in here too. Pretty cool. Okay.
All right. What we got in the next tab?
I seen this book.
Nice.
It's the giant size X-Men that one that what do they call it?
Oh, the lenticular variant that they did. Yeah, that's a cool lenticular variant. The only thing I didn't like about those, like, you can't turn it perfectly so you can see like the old cover versus the new cover. So they kind of botched that, but it still, I think, kind of presents kind of neat. If I remember, it's like a Spirits of Vengeance Ghost Rider book or something like that.
It's 68 big pages. I don't know. It's like a throwback. It says Senses Shattering first issue. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of those Marvel Legacy
throwback lenticular to the giant size book, right?
Yeah, so it looks like, if I had to guess, were these books, the era they kind of collected them in. It seems like he kind of started collecting a bunch around that Marvel Legacy era around, I think it was 2017. So they're probably about a year and a half old, with the exception of like that Gambit Wolverine book. That they kind of threw that for a loop. So,
but wait, here's the funny part. Now look at this book.
What you got? Fantastic Four: Lost Adventure. Yeah, that's a curveball there.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
yeah.
What is this? Comic-Con 2004?
Oh wow. Was that like a con exclusive? Even I definitely have not seen that book.
Stan Lee and Jack Kirby.
Jack Kirby, yeah. Luckily, we now have a Splash Page Comics in the chat. He loves some Marvel. Mr. White Gloves.
Well, it was $4 then, so nice. I wonder what it's worth now. Isn't Stan Lee dead? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Damn, it's too bad I couldn't get a signature on that. Damn, is Jack Kirby dead?
Yeah, he's been passed away for a while, unfortunately.
Wow.
The King.
The King is dead. I didn't even know Jack Kirby was dead. I knew Stan Lee passed away recently.
Yeah. Yeah, but Splash Page, he's an expert on all things Marvel, so he's excited to see the Marvel box.
Okay, Splash Page, I got a Marvel here, Weapon X, Venomized Villains #8.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, that's from that Cable one you had earlier. It's right around the same time. But yeah, people like those Venomized covers.
Okay, next book. We got a Marvel Weapon X #1.
Yep, that's from the same run. I think that's a Greg Land cover, if I remember right.
Yep. Pac-Man, Winston, and Duramata. That's how you say the name. Sorry if I'm botching your name out there. We got another lenticular, I guess, throwback to Cable's first appearance, I believe.
Okay, yeah, I think that's a Cable book. I actually have that one in the collection somewhere. I can't remember
This
which
was the one Cable's first appearance, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a tribute to that. Yeah,
Yeah.
87. Basically what they did with the Marvel lenticulars is they brought back the legacy numbering, thus calling it Marvel Legacy. So I think it's like Cable 167 or something.
Okay, next one we got Marvel Legacy #1. It's kind of lenticular.
Okay, yeah, that's the lenticular variant for Marvel Legacy #1. So that one you had earlier, it looked kind of childish, and I think it was like a cover C or something. It was triple boarded. That's the exact same book, except it's a different cover.
So the variant edition of this book, what do you think this would be worth?
Like I said earlier, they printed tons of variants, and I mean they had a bunch of them. So, and it's kind of died down a lot in the last year and a half. So I mean, maybe maximum $10 if I had to guess, because a lot of, like I said, and then you had looks like a Deadpool. I think I have that one too. I can't remember the exact number because, like I said, they reactivated the legacy numbering, but that's a tribute to Punisher's first appearance from Spider-Man 29.
Yeah, the lenticular covers on these ones aren't the greatest.
No, yeah, that's why I said, like, some people like a couple of them, but I would say at max you're getting like $5 a pop maximum on some of them.
What do we got? We got another Marvel's #1, I guess, a run at 12, Avengers Forever.
Okay, I vaguely heard of it's a 12-issue maxi series by Kurt Busiek and Carlos Pacheco. I think I've heard that one's decent, but I have not read that one myself. All right, Rag718, he said, what's the story behind these comics? He's showing off again for ones coming in late like me. Basically, Rags, he just bought this collection, and he's getting back into comics. Fish Tropic is, so he just decided, he basically messaged me on Instagram. He's just like, hey, I got some books to show. I need your help identifying them. You got to send some pictures. And he's like, I got 3 short boxes. So I'm like, we got to do a hangout then. So here we are.
Short box day.
No idea what we're going to find. He hasn't even looked at them yet. And now he's got another lenticular cover. So let's show off that lenticular.
Now, if I pull out any like porny ones, I'll try not to show it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, okay.
Get some Post-its handy.
We got another lenticular Spider-Man cover.
Yeah, I think that's 792 or 794, something like that. That's actually an Alex Ross cover, very popular cover artist. So
That's
I think he did the old and the new cover, so it kind of just lenticulars into itself. So honestly, I think it's the best one just because it's the most simple.
We got a #2. I guess this is an older Spider-Man comic. I don't know.
Okay, that one's called Spidey. Yep, #2. Don't know too much about that. I don't know if it was a mini series or an ongoing, but I don't think that book lasted too long.
Cool. On to the next. We got Nightcrawler #1.
Okay, that's a good one. I don't think it's worth too much, but I remember it was a decent read. Did Todd Knock do the art on that? And I think that might also been Chris Claremont, if I remember right.
And one of my favorite X-Men.
Nice. Yeah, that's a decent book.
Invincible Iron Man #1.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's when Brian Bendis debuted on Iron Man. And then Easy the Game Hunter says the Spidey, it was a mini, and it was just telling some old Spidey stories.
Dropping comics everywhere, guys. Okay, we got Extinction Agenda #1 Marvel.
Okay, if I remember right on this, no, it wasn't a Secret Wars one, because I thought you were going to pull out like the original Secret Agenda. I can't remember where that one came from, but I remember seeing that on the stands. It's probably right around that 2016 to 2017 time frame.
Good book. Some people on the cover, I don't even know who it is.
I think I forgot to shout out Comic Core Chad. He says he's driving a Horror. Be careful, Chad.
Okay, we got another lenticular. It looks like Moon Knight.
Okay, yeah, that's the Sienkiewicz swipe cover of himself. So once again, I think Sienkiewicz did the old and the new cover on that. So yeah, that's probably my other favorite one besides the Alex Ross Spider-Man. So
Aren't they making a series on Moon Knight?
I think so. It's optioned. I can't remember if it's through. Well, I thought it was originally through Netflix, but Netflix seems to be canceling all of their Marvel properties because of the whole weird Disney thing going on. But I'm sure we'll see Moon Knight pop up eventually. He's a good character to collect right now because his stuff is low price, and he's gonna pop up. It's just a matter of time.
Cool. Okay, so I got a double banger here. We got Inhumans versus X-Men #1 variant.
Oh, okay, that's a nice cover. That's Old Man Logan on there. Yeah, I wonder what I can't remember if that's like a 1 in 25 or a retailer. That's a nice cover though for IVX. Well, Eli also says the Secret Wars 2 mini. None of those stories besides the Spider-Man Renew Your Vows were interesting. I agree, Eli. I did like the Spider-Man Renew Your Vows because it did have some awesome Dane Slott stuff on there.
And in the back of it, it's Daredevil #1 Series 1.
Oh, okay. Let's see what we got. That might have been when Charles Soule took over the book from Mark Waid, and that's just an action figure variant.
I guess a lot of people want to collect these ones, eh?
Yeah, there's a crowd that collects those. But it's basically about the same. It's kind of like a B cover. It's usually sold for about cover price.
This, I don't know. This is probably like a 10-cent book from what I'm looking at. Marvel #1 2015 Illuminati. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Anybody?
Yeah, that's a Illuminati #1. Yeah, 2015. You got it exactly. There you go. You getting it?
What's the deal with this book? You know anything about that book?
Not too much, unfortunately. I have not read. I read the Illuminati from like I think 06. That's when like it was kind of a big deal because you had like Reed Richards with an Infinity Gauntlet, basically. Eli is not a fan of the Infinity or the Illuminati.
Yeah, I believe him. You know, like for me looking at it, it didn't look too good anyway, right? Don't judge a book by its cover, right?
You never know.
Yeah, you never know. We got House of M #1.
Okay, yeah, that was from the Secret Wars miniseries.
Pretty cool cover.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. I guess it's Avengers. Avengers #1. You tell me what it is.
Looks like it's a AI. It was like a Avengers AI #1. So I think it was a Vision-led team, basically.
What's the deal with this Marvel now?
Well, are you familiar with like the DC New 52 at all?
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah, basically in 2011, DC rebooted every one of their titles, and they deemed this event the DC New 52 because they had 52 new titles. I think it was around either 2012 or 2013. Marvel did something similar. It was kind of a soft reboot in terms of like they didn't just delete or restructure the continuity, but basically every book had a #1 at that point. It was just like a big fall event.
Let's see. Just trying not to get these to like fall down on each other. There we go. Next book, we got Marvel Amazing Spider-Man #24.
Okay, that's probably from the last Dan Slott run. I haven't seen that cover though. That's a nice cover. Trying to think of that. Kind of looks Tim Sale like to me, but I can't tell.
Who?
Cool cover. Tim Sale.
It says, I don't know who this is. Goosko?
Oh, Poor Man's Comics got it. He's Joe Jusko.
There you go. Is it a D?
It's a J. Joe Jusko.
Jusko. A J.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, he did
good
some really
book
cool
or what?
stuff.
Is that a good
He's
book?
a good artist.
Jusko good? I don't know, man.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Whatever this is yeah, we got a double whammy here. We got
Champions, I saw. Oh yeah, it's a Champions #1. They basically took like all of their like young new characters and put them in that book. So you got Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, the new Nova, the new Hulk, I can't remember his name now, but of course the old Hulk's back. I think it was like Amadeus Cho, and then you got the young time travel version of Cyclops. So it was a cool idea for a book.
And then you got on the back of it, you got the
there we go.
Spider-Man #1.
Yeah, that's a pretty hefty book, I'm sure, too, in terms of size, because it comes with a whole nother comic in Human #1 in the back. But if I remember right, and someone can correct me in the chat, I think that's the first appearance of Cindy Moon, who would later become Silk in issue 4.
Really? So that's a good book to have.
It's a pretty solid book, yeah.
Sick. We got another double whammy here. We got Wolverine #1.
All right. Yeah, that's from the Paul Cornell and Ryan Stegman. Ryan Stegman is a really good artist, so at the very least, I recommend that book just for the art. Stegman's awesome.
Sick. Marvel Knights #1, The Punisher.
All right. So yeah, that's the you remember that one Punisher book you had earlier? That's kind of like the other version of the book. From like I said, I'd hang on to those couple Punisher books because those are real nice.
Yeah, it looks mint.
Yeah. Yeah, people love that Punisher run.
Yeah. No spine ticks or anything. Okay, next we got a True Believers #1.
Okay, the True Believers, they're typically reprints of previous #1s and previous key books. So yeah, it looks like it's and they usually just sell them off for a buck on the stands. But yeah, those are always there's people who collect specifically the True Believers.
Because like I was talking to somebody about this the other day. You know the stuff that they just throw away?
Yeah.
Later on in life, though, that's the stuff that becomes collectible because you go buy a $1 book like this, give it to your kid, think nothing of it, and they rip it apart, whatever. So there's only like 10 left in the world after it's all said and done, right?
Yeah. I know people. I think the one that went for a decent amount was like the first Venom. They did a True Believers of that, and that one.
Yeah. Well, let's cross our fingers, man. Don't jinx my box. Don't jinx it.
All right, what else we got?
Oh, wow. This was one of my favorite characters back when I used to collect trading cards.
Okay. Oh, Morbius, the Living Vampire #1. That is an awesome cover. I think I've seen people show this book before.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's real nice. That's a keeper right there, I'd say.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Just read a couple of comments in the chat. We were going back to that like new version of Hulk. Splash Page Comics calls him the Justin Bieber Hulk. That's pretty accurate. Is that like faux hawk going on? Eli was saying that Wolverine book, he said it was hot for a while, but he's not sure about now. And then a Poor Man's Comic says Amazing Fantasy 15 is the True Believers book to have, basically. Oh, and then he said that the cover for the Morbius was Gabriel Dell'Otto, so people love Gabriel Dell'Otto in our little community here.
Nice. I'm just, when you guys are going through long boxes and you have a gap in it, what do you put in between so they don't fall in on each other?
I usually put more comics.
Well, yeah, but like when you're taking them out and they're just slacking over everything. You guys don't have you guys never invented something.
Yeah, I've seen people use blocks of styrofoam or just take like a nice sized box and put it in there. Just something to kind of barricade it from tipping over.
There we go. Okay, we got a double banger of the same. We got a Venom #1.
Oh, nice. Trying to think of which Venom #1 that is. I think I've seen that one before. So Mike Costa did that one. I don't think it's not the Remender one. Oh wow, you got two of them, huh? Yeah, Venom's hot stuff right now.
Pretty cool. Costa, Sandoval, and Almera.
Okay. Yeah, Splash Page Comics says you can get boxes from the post office for free if you need a box to kind of put in there to keep the boxes from tipping over.
Sweet.
That's it, Splash.
Next one, I guess a lot of people in here will like this book, Ant-Man and the Wasp #1.
All right, you got some Ant-Man and the Wasp. I haven't read that one either. It looks like that came out right when the movie did, I believe. Because I think that's probably it's probably been out for only like 6 months.
It's in mint condition.
Yeah.
Yep. I'd rate that above a 9. We got the Unstoppable Wasp variant 1 in 10, $8 #1.
Yeah, that definitely looks like that's a nice cover. I haven't seen that one. That's cool.
Anybody know anything about this book? Check the chat.
As I say, we got 12 live viewers. Thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, guys. Anyways, I'll go to the next book because we got a lot of books here, guys.
Say, we got
a lot of books.
We're gonna have to go some rapid fire action here.
Yeah, we got Extraordinary. I don't know. It's an X-Men book, #1.
Nice. Okay, Extraordinary X-Men. Yeah, this is kind of for some reason they decided to take a break from Uncanny and go Extraordinary for some reason. I'll be honest, I was on the outs on X-Men during that whole run.
This is an annual book, so are these new, like fairly like in the last 5 years?
Yes, they all of them are.
They look pretty damn new.
Yeah.
We got a double banger. We got the U.S. Avengers #1.
Another Marvel Now title.
On the back.
Yep, Jean Grey #1. Yeah, that was once again that X-Men. Once they did like the X-Men Blue stuff, the X-Men Gold. That's right around that same era. This has been like within the last 2 or 3 years.
We got a Spider-Man #1.
Okay, yeah, that's Miles Morales getting his own title outside of the Ultimate Universe. So that's a pretty nice book to hang on to, I would say.
Yeah, he's got his black suit on.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the younger new Spider-Man from the Into the Spider-Verse movie.
Okay, let me grab some more books. All right, I guess we're into what you were just talking about, these True Believer books.
Okay, yeah, we got a True Believer Punisher War Journal.
Okay, I'm going to go through quickly.
True Believer, that's probably the first Hellcat, True Believers. And like I said, all these is just kind of like, yeah, there you go.
I have the original one of that.
I was just saying, see, you got a good book when you pull out a True Believers version of the same book later.
That's pretty cool. That book is old then, eh?
Probably about early 2000s.
Oh, this is cool. Punisher, the Platoon, variant 1 in 25, $15.
What's this one look like? Oh, okay. Yeah, I have not seen that variant cover. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. It's on a good board, too.
That's good.
Okay. This is probably what a lot of people are waiting for here. It's a variant of Batman, I guess, 1 in 20, $12.
How'd he get in the Marvel box? Yeah, that's I don't know what number that is, but that's an Ethan Van Sciver variant. What did it say the number on the little sticker there? That's a nice cover.
20?
I wonder what issue that is. Yeah, I haven't seen a Virgin variant from Ethan Van Sciver. That's cool. And a Poor Man's Comics was saying Marco Cacchetto did that cover for the Punisher you showed previously. And that's another favorite artist in the community.
Now, should I be like taking like the variants and putting them in their own pile, or?
Hey man, it's whatever you want.
Like, how do you like keep all your comics in order?
I usually alphabetize. I have like a big thing right above me. Well, people can't, they can only see you, but up here above me, I have like a little sorter, and I sort of A to Z basically. But it's however you want your collection.
Like, I'm going to throw them in the box, and I guess I'll re-tag them with like little sticker notes. Is it okay to put those little stick notes on these things?
Oh, or yeah. The bags and boards, yeah, you don't need to worry about those. Just don't like put a Post-it on there and then write really firmly on there. Okay, we got a Totally Awesome Hulk. Is that an issue 1, it looks like?
Yep. The Totally Awesome Hulk variant, #1.
Yeah, that is a nice cover.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Looks pretty minty too, man.
Nice. Awesome.
Oh, we got another Hulk #1.
Oh, I'm trying to think of who did that run. Okay, that was the Mark Waid Hulk run. I love me some Mark Waid.
Yeah, this is definitely,
when he was on Mark Waid.
That's
a cool,
definitely one of my favorite drawn Hulks right there. Like,
yeah, that's nice.
Hands down. He reminds me of, I don't even know. It's like a video game Hulk to me, you know, the way it's supposed to be. Oh, we got another one. We got the Immortal Hulk #1.
Oh man, everyone loves that book in the community, man. That's one to hang on to that book. Trust us.
Yeah.
Like they're even saying like
so
10
I should
minutes.
put this over here.
Yeah,
back over here.
Take a read pile and put that in your read pile. But earlier, before you even mentioned that, people are like, "Oh, Immortal Hulk is really good," like up above in our chat, and then you showed that book. So yeah, hang on to that one. You'll enjoy it.
Hang on to that one. Cool. That's why I came to you guys, man. I'm telling you. Okay, we're into a double banger. We got Hawkeye.
Okay. I think I have a little bit of that Hawkeye run. That's right after Matt Fraction got done with the title, and he basically made this female version of Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, and she's a really fun character. I don't think the books are worth probably more than $1, but it's a solid read.
And then on the back is another variant Hawkeye.
Oh, nice. That must be the the 1 in 10 variant for that same one in the bag. That's cool. So we got some organization tips coming into the chat. Poor man's first, he goes, I separated my comics in 2, Adam Hughes and then everything else. Splash Page Comics says there's a million different ways to store your books. Eli says organize them by series is the best way, but it can be difficult because of all the #1s anymore. Splash Page was saying the Immortal Hulk is a good book, and also issues 2 and 3. Scott Farr says I organize them by artist, cover, and issue series. Alex Ross Hulk is beautiful, which is once again it's that Immortal Hulk. And then Eli says Alex Ross means don't sell it, LOL, or sell it. So there you go.
Right on, guys. I'm loving the community love. You know, it's the same thing over at the Fish Fam. You guys ever have or want fish tanks? Hit your boy up. You know, I'll take you from the start to the finish. Awesome. No problem. You know, no problem. Next book.
Okay, Infinity Wars Prime. That's a pretty new book. I feel like that's an incentive cover. I could be wrong. Oh, it does say variant edition in the top left-hand corner below the #1. So, yeah, that's a nice book. I can't remember who the artist is on that, but yeah, that's one you probably want to look up. Yeah, that series just came out like a couple months ago.
Yeah, like the guy I bought it off of, he's like, there's pretty new comics in here too, right? Like pretty up-to-date stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of these are fairly up-to-date.
He's like, he had to sell it because he was having a kid, and you know, I give him a chunk of change. Just put it that way, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say because he probably paid cover price for every one of these. Yeah. I guess.
Oh, definitely. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. All right, we got Gamora #1. Yeah, this once again, it's from that Marvel Now time, probably from 2013 to 2015. Oh, that's that Thanos. Is that Jeff Lemire? I think maybe. Sorry, my camera's kind of focusing, but yeah, if I remember, that's a pretty good run of Thanos to get because around issue 13, that's when Donny Cates took over. And so some of the people want to get the issue 1 of that run as well, even though Donny Cates didn't work on it. Yeah, still Jeff Lemire, who's a solid writer as well.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. You know, I love Thanos, man. He's one of my favorite characters.
Oh, we got a Bullseye. That's an awesome cover. I wonder who did that one. It almost looks like a Stephanie Hans to me. Poor man's will correct me, though, if I'm wrong. That's a cool cover for Bullseye, though.
Where would it say it? It would be on the inside, eh?
Perhaps. Poor man says that Thanos 1 is about a $10 book, FYI.
On the Bullseye book here, it says variant 1 in 25, $15.
Okay, yeah, poor man's correcting me. It's not Stephanie Hans. That just looked like it to me for some reason.
Okay, we got, I guess, another one of those Marvel Now books. I don't know.
It's a Silver Surfer #1. That's like one of those, was it like the R&B rap album variants? So those are fairly collectible too. Some people are trying to complete their, you know, like album variant run. If I remember right, and I could be wrong about the timing of this run, I think that's like part 2 of the Dan Slott run, which is very good. Yeah, everyone's correcting me. It's the hip hop.
No clue who this is, but I know Legend would probably like this book.
Red Wolf #1. I have not heard of that either. I'm trying to say the cover's not coming through the best. It's just like all black.
Let me grab a flashlight.
Okay.
See if that will work any better.
Yeah, I'm gonna need the chat's help on that. I've not heard of Red Wolf.
Ugh. Can you see it?
A little bit. Oh, okay. Poor Man's is saying that's also a hip hop variant. I had no idea. That's why it's so dark. So I keep it with that Silver Surfer.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Whoever did it. What does it say? It says Emonson Talajic Marzin Jr.
Eli saying Red Wolf is an underrated Native American
It's a Mike Del Mundo.
Okay. Awesome.
Mike Del Mundo cover. That's funny. I didn't know I had that cover. That's pretty awesome, man, because like, I have a signed thing here that I just got signed by Mike.
Oh, yeah,
here,
that's cool.
I don't know if you guys can see it. See the Jordan?
Oh, yeah, there it is.
It's one of his printings. I actually had that signed like a year ago when he was at a comic shop.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. Okay, next book. We got a double Ghost Rider.
Yeah, it looks like you got another hip hop variant there. So I wonder if this guy was trying to collect all of them.
And then on the back we have Vision.
Yep. Oh, that's Vision #1. If I remember, I think that's the Tom King run. Maybe people love that run.
Yeah, we got a few hip hops here. Power Man and Iron Fist #1.
That one I have not read. I feel like I have a variant cover from that run of that one, but I don't think I have that cover.
And on the back, Iron Fist #1. What is it?
The Living Weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from like I think that was like the second or third incarnation of the Marvel Now stuff. Like I said, they went a little bit overboard with it. Eli saying one of those was the worst series ever. I'm not sure which one. Maybe Iron Fist, I think.
Okay, we got Star-Lord #1.
Oh, okay. That's probably right around when the first movie took off. Star-Lord had to get his own series after that.
I think we got a #1 collection on our hands, to tell you the truth.
It's looking like it, honestly. I think you're right.
We got a Captain Marvel.
Life of Captain Marvel, if I remember, that's the Art Germ variant people like. Yeah, Poor Man's is saying the Vision hip-hop cover we showed earlier is a $10 to $20 book.
Now, this Art Germ stuff, is this hot?
People like to buy his stuff in the community. He's getting more and more popular, though. So these, DC, Marvel, they're finding out more about Art Germ, so they're printing more of his stuff. But yeah, it's definitely good stuff to buy and trade. Cosmic Ghost Rider #1. That's a Donny Cates right there. So people, I can't tell if that's a variant or a regular, but nonetheless, I think the variant it'd just be a B cover. But yeah, people love the Cosmic Ghost Rider right now. So that's a cool #1.
Put it to this side or that side? Which side?
Whichever side you want to store on, I suppose. Poor Man says Jeremy is an Art Germ is overrated. Yeah, I said it. Vince, okay, this is when Ironheart got her own series, if I remember. That's like the newer version of Iron Man, which is like a African American female. I haven't read too much of the Ironheart stuff.
Cool suit.
Yeah, I think that's a Bendis. Slapstick. That one I have not heard of. I have to go to the chat's knowledge on that one. Slapstick #1. Interesting.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, it makes two of us.
Does anybody know who Slapstick is? Is he from like Ratchet and Clank or something?
That'd be awesome. It's just a Ratchet and Clank Marvel #1. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be hot. Jessica Jones.
Okay. Yeah, this is probably like right around there. It looks like maybe an X-Men variant. I don't even see Jessica Jones on that poor cover.
And we got a Shield #1.
Nice. Oh, come on, Poor Man. You had me going there for a millisecond. He's like, Slapstick's a $100 book. In your dreams.
In your dreams.
Yeah, no one in the chat seems to know or care about Slapstick. Okay, here we go. We got Eli. He said Slapstick was a comic character. He was a part of Deadpool's Mercs. Yeah, so one of the Deadpool B characters in his book. Got a Hercules #1. And then, oh, that's cool. Dr. Aphra #1. So it's a Star Wars book. Basically, Dr. Aphra, she was introduced in Star Wars Darth Vader #3 once it went back to Marvel, and she took off, so they gave her her own title. So that's a pretty nice book to have.
Cool. Like I said, I don't follow Star Wars, right? I'm a Stargate guy. I watch.
Man. So you're like a big fan of SG-1, I take it?
Like, I don't know, man. It's just one of my favorite sci-fi fantasy shows ever be made. If you ask me. That's just my opinion, though.
Gotcha.
Nova #1.
Yep. Marvel Now, Nova #1.
We got Cage #1.
Yep. Probably right around the exact same time those two books came out.
Grab a couple more of these.
Yeah, this guy was all over the Marvel Now and Marvel Legacy stuff, huh?
Like, I don't even know what I'm going to pull next, to tell you the truth. What is this? This is a newer book. I seen this in the comic book store the other day.
Okay, yeah, that's Thor #1. Yeah, didn't that start off like a $5 or $6 title? But yeah, I think who wrote I think Jason Aaron still did that book though. So
Mike
nice
Del You know, I should probably start putting these books to the side because Mike actually lives in Toronto.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he's a local, you might be able to get him at a store signing pretty easily. So I would set his stuff aside.
I'm gonna have to go through those again and look, another Mike Del Mundo cover.
All right, see you later, Don. Thanks for joining us, man. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice cover. Yeah, they did this Marvel Young Guns variant line. They were kind of like semi-virgin variant covers where, where the title's not on the cover, basically. So, yeah, those are nice to have, too. It looks like that's from about the same series. Yeah, it looks like this guy knew Mike Del Mundo as well and had the same thought you just had. That's cool.
Oh, what do we got here? We have a signed...
Oh, you got a SIG?
Why would he double back a signed book? Look.
Okay, I think it's at the bottom left, on my left at least on the screen. Yeah, he signed it in gold right there. Yeah, that's nice.
There's another signature here too, though.
I'm trying to think of who wrote that book. Okay, there's like a sticker over the writer. Maybe Edmondson, if I remember right.
Blackman?
Oh God, I cannot remember.
Blackman and Del Mundo.
Yeah, it's definitely Del Mundo SIG because I've met Mike Del Mundo once too, but I don't think I've met the writer of that book. That's cool. You got a double signed book out of it.
My first signed book ever, guys.
That's cool. I love me some SIGs.
That is awesome. We got a Black Panther #1.
Oh, that's right around that run where they introduced Shuri, I believe. So that's a keeper.
Keeper?
Yeah.
One over here. Is this Del Mundo?
Keep the Black Panther. I don't think it's Del Mundo. I want to say Ramita Jr., but I could be completely wrong.
It's Ramita.
Nice. Yeah, you hang on to that Black Panther. That's a good one to keep right now.
Yeah. Oh, this is fairly new. We got a #1 Black Order.
That one just came out a few weeks ago. So that's not bad.
Well, this is the end of the box, right?
Oh yeah?
So whatever we're gonna get into here is probably the newest ones.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, I mean that's at least worth cover price because it just came out.
Who did this book? You know?
I did not read it, so I cannot remember.
That's a cool cover. I swear you guys were talking about Black Order like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's only been out a few weeks.
We got look at this. We got another signed Del Mundo cover here.
Nice.
Avengers #1.
All right. Yeah, that's cool. I'm trying to think of when that run started specifically. I don't think it was Mark Waid. Oh, like I said, there's so many #1s lately, but that is a very nice cover.
Signed by 2 people.
Cool.
I don't know, Del Mundo and somebody else.
Yeah, I can't see that second SIG at all. Raise the book up a little bit. I just want to see if it's okay. It doesn't look like a Mark Waid signature though. Huh. Because that looks like an Alex Ross cover to me, and that SIG is definitely Del Mundo, but I don't know. Maybe it's just his colorist. I'm not sure. I don't recognize that signature. I'm sorry.
And on the back, it's Mark Waid.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, because On the second one here, it
That
says,
doesn't look like his signature at all.
I don't know. Maybe it's another
Yeah,
artist.
man, it could be.
signature
He could have just changed up his signature since I met him.
then. Number 2.
Yep. No, yeah, it looks like a variant too. A lot of variants. The guy likes his V covers.
This one's not signed though, so I got to get that signed.
Gotcha.
I wonder if he's going to be doing any signings this year.
There didn't, Eli's asking, there didn't happen to be any certificates of authenticity, I take it, since it's probably just a local shop signing this guy got them from.
Well, can't I bring the book to him and then maybe get a picture with him or something to verify the signature? Or?
Yeah, just in some states now, like I think if you like say you're thinking to sell, I don't know how it works up in Canada. I think like recently in California, like you can't locally go to a con and sell a signature book without a certificate of authenticity. So basically, like Eli's saying, the COA helps the just the pure value of the book a lot if you're looking to ever sell it.
Okay.
And Poor Man's recommends once you start breaking these out and you get your signed book, check behind the book. If there was a COA from that store, they might have just slipped it in the bag and board too.
Okay. Cool. So next one, I guess it's a Marvel Spotlight book.
Yeah, those are usually just free handouts at the store, just to kind of preview. Looks like you got a preview of Fantastic Four issue 1.
There's another one.
Yep. Wow, this guy even bags and boards his freebies. Took real good care of his stuff. Sometimes I don't even get those. Yep, wow. I think that's the first time I've ever seen people bag and board those. It'll be like you said about the True Believers, man. Like 50 years from now, people are going to be collecting those freebies.
Well, I guess he was after Del Mundo.
Yeah, that's another hip hop variant too for Weird World #1.
It's not signed. Real World #3.
Yeah, I think I could be wrong. I feel like that was around Secret Wars as well. Splash Page says, that's not funny. I do the same thing talking about bagging the board of movies and stuff.
We got a variant to it.
Yep, that's the #1. Poor Man says, a tip for a new collector, be careful with your tape.
Yeah. Trust me. Oh, what else? Okay, we got these last books left to this box, and it looks like your favorite.
Nice. Infinity Countdown. More free previews. Well, like I said, people probably said the same thing about your Marvel Ages. Now you got that one with Stan Lee selling for like 40 or 50 bucks plus. Yeah, the Phoenix, was that End Song? Or no, it's Phoenix Resurrection.
The Dark Phoenix. I can't remember what it was called. I was looking at Midtown, and they had a new Phoenix book come out. Did you grab that?
No, I haven't yet. I got to look at what's coming out in the next few months for Marvel. I've been kind of slagging on that.
This guy's bagging and boarding everything.
Dang, that's nice. We got Pope Grimy joining this chat. What's going on, Pope Grimy?
Okay, this is the last one.
Monsters Unleashed. So yeah, this guy liked his preview stuff.
And then there's like
Flash. He says yes, his Marvel Age books are bagged also. Yeah, I bagged them for my Marvel Age books.
And then there's like this stuff in here too. We got.
Okay, so that's basically the DC Comics equivalent, except they're a little magazine size. So they just started releasing those too. Now, is this the DC box, or is this still in the first
Marvel? Box? This is the Marvel.
Wow. Boom. Yeah, I think I got that for free at a convention. So I think it's kind of the same type as that DC book you just held up. I think that's Heroes in Crisis preview. Nah. You guys kind of know how I feel about that.
This is the last one.
That's cool. Yeah, so just a bunch of freebies he put in there. He didn't have the magazine-sized bags and boards. Some Super Sons.
I don't know. We got some bookmarks.
I think I have that same bookmark. No, I think it's like the Walking Dead day one. Splash says, nope, don't bag and board those DC.
Everything.
I'm just going to see my view count go down by 1 when you start showing the DC stuff. Thanks to Splash Page Comics.
Hey, give me a minute. I gotta.
No worries. I'll just keep joking around with the chat while you get situated with the next box. But I always tell Splash, those DCs, you can just forward right to my address. Poor Man's Comic says, no need to get boxes at the post office. Just use those free books as box ends. There's another tip.
So yeah, that was pretty new stuff.
Yeah, I was just saying, it looks like the good thing about that though is the guy, he probably paid cover price for off the stands, and they went right in the bag and board as soon as you could tell he's definitely a reader, and he was just looking for something new, because with a lot of Marvel stuff the last 5 years, because there's a service now called Marvel Unlimited, where basically you pay like a certain monthly fee, and you can read the books like 6 months after they come out. So at least a couple people I know, they'll buy those number ones, and if they like it, they'll just wait and read it on Marvel Unlimited like 6 months later. So it could have been that type of reader, and that is my guess.
Yeah. There's a couple cool covers in there.
Cool. While you get situated, I guess I'll show my books I got today in the mail. This is a preview of my next live stream. So this is a big shout out to Who Dat Comics and Movies. If he's still watching, I did receive my Ninja Turtle books. So I got Raphael Micro Series. This is off my 2019 want list. So
nice.
Extremely happy to have this. These books,
Eastman, right?
Yeah, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, the originals, the original printing. So definitely, I'm gonna have to try to put this on my wall. I don't know where or how, but I am very much looking forward to staring at that book every day. And then he also had a throw in the auction. Second print of issue 2, but this is actually signed by Eastman and Laird on the inside. But yeah, this is my first Peter Laird signature, so I'm super excited for that. And he threw in a first printing at number 3 because I paid so much for it. So it was a steal of the deal on the Great Legend auction. So happy to have those books. Couldn't wait to show them till next. I'll show them next Tuesday anyway again. But back to you, Fish Tropic.
Oh, back to me?
Back to you. You got 2 more short boxes.
Okay. Oh, looks like we have a bit of labels here.
Ah, Splash. Keep rubbing it in, Splash Page. He says, I've got 1 turtle book. Just 1. I think in a hangout he told me which one that was. Man.
Okay, we're going to get into the DC, Metals, Bonnie, and etc.
I love me some DC. We got the boy who had 7 Talks comic books. I know he likes some DC. That's why I said at least. I know Splash is going to. No, I'm just kidding, Splash. We love you, man, but I know he doesn't like DC.
Well, he has like a bunch of boards in here. Like other stuff that you would get for free, like this kind of stuff.
Okay.
Vintage gifts, Wolverine, Leviathan.
Everything.
This guy just collected just everything, man. Like Civil
Is this guy's entire collection, or is this just like he just decided to sell a few off?
This could be his doubles. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
And then you got like all these boards. Like,
hey, you can never beat some free boards, man. Those things, at the end of the day, they're not free. So yeah, get every person free you can get.
The first couple I pulled out of there was whatever this is.
It looks like an Alterna comic. Wednesday, it came out on a Wednesday at number 1. I haven't read a lot of Alterna myself. I don't know if All About Comics is still in chat. I know he loves him some Alterna comics.
Whatever this is.
Ooh, that's the 90s right there. Firearm number 1. Was it like an Ultra comic or something like that?
He looks like Cable's drunk brother.
The 90s. Yeah, that's not. It looks like Cable like ate the comedian ate Cable or something like that.
That is funny. Free comic book day.
Ooh, you can't beat the Tick. Tick's always a good read. It's fun.
Can't beat the Tick. That's damn straight.
Spoon.
Okay. Labeled. These are labeled. I'm starting to wonder, should I be pulling these out?
We got Eli saying, I have Turtles 8. That's the oldest one he has. Yeah, I think actually that was the oldest one I had before I got this package in the mail today, Eli. I love the Turtles.
Hey, we got Rick and Morty.
Ooh, people love that Rick and Morty stuff's hot lately. I don't know a ton about it, but man, people they're going crazy for Rick and Morty right now. I don't know which number that is, but yeah.
That is probably, I don't know. No clue. Maybe you guys know.
Nice.
No
I
clue.
need to get into that stuff, but I don't want to collect
Another one?
price. Oh man, they keep cranking them out.
This one is, well, if this is issue 39, that's probably like 37 or 40 or something. Oh, another one.
Awesome. Then maybe it'd be cool if you get like a run of it.
Issue 40. Oh, look at that. We got a number 1 Rick and Morty Dungeons and Dragons.
Nice.
I wonder if that's worth anything.
Splashbase says, I will stay on Just Clean Comic Room and listen to the DC and Indies. I'll give you a study view. Thank you, Splash. I appreciate it.
We got Rick and Morty Sleepy Gary.
Very nice.
I'm guessing that's a number 1. We got another Rick and Morty, Crumbopulous Michael, issue 1.
Nice. Like I said, the chat is rooting for pulling out that just plain Rick and Morty number 1.
If I pull a number 1 Rick and Morty, I'm shutting the stream down. I'm shutting it down. Issue number 1, Rick and Morty, Crumbopulous Mike. I guess that's the variant cover to it.
Yeah, that looks right.
Or is it the same one, or is it a different run?
It looked like the same run to me.
Oh, this is cool. Frozen number 1.
Ah, man, that's not Rick and Morty. Not still pretty cool though.
It's labeled Dark Horse.
Yeah, I think Dark Horse did a little bit of publishing for Disney after the whole crazy Star Wars thing, because Star Wars used to be published through Dark Horse.
We got RoboCop versus Terminator, Comic-Con. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that one was from the maybe early 90s as well. Yeah, RoboCop and Terminator. That's probably a fun book, but $1 for my kids. Haha. Everyone's waiting for those DCs.
We got some Pirates of the Caribbean, number 1 and number 2.
I've never seen a Pirates of the Caribbean
Legend. Okay, we'll put some more. Oh, wow. I know these books go for some money. I need to bag these again, though.
No, we got Batman Lost, so we're finally getting into the DC stuff. Yeah, people love that Dark Knights run. Like, especially the one-shots were the best part of Dark Knight's Metal. Yep. That's that. You want to keep that one, the Batman Who Laughs.
Keep that one.
Yeah, definitely keep that one. Put it in your nicest bag. There you go. That's a nice book.
Okay, let's go down there.
Dark Knights Rising, The Wild Hunt. So yeah, that was around. That was like the second wave of the one-shots for Dark Knight's Metal, right before they hit that last issue.
The sick cover.
And that's that's one of the Dark Knight's Metal. I think issue 4, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo miniseries. It was like a big.
These books go for like what, $5-10?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate. I'd probably say about $5. The Batman Who Laughs, that's probably like your bigger money book. I don't think it's worth tons, but it's one of those ones you just kind of want to grasp onto. All right, so it looks like a B cover for issue 4 as well. So that's the variant for that previous one you just showed.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, that's the Devastator. So once again, it's one of those Dark Knights one shots. So what they kind of tried to do, they had like a dark version of Batman. There's like a negative universe basically, and they kind of just like mixed an evil version of Batman with, you know, one of your favorite Justice Leaguers. So like I think that was kind of Superman, except they kind of used Doomsday instead. So it was like a Doomsday version of Batman from an evil universe.
Dude, I just found, I'm pretty sure what I'm looking at right now.
What are those receipts?
Yeah.
The guy kept all of his receipts even? Dang.
Yeah.
He literally kept everything.
Holy crap.
Dang. So you can probably see if he actually paid full price for those variants too. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Wow.
Okay, we got another Dark Knights.
Yep. Oh, the Murder Machine. That's a fun one too. He basically it's like the cyborg version of evil Batman.
Yeah, these covers look
really
crazy.
good.
Oh my god, this is a crazy ass cover. What?
The Red Death. Yep, that's the Flash version of evil Batman.
What's that worth?
I don't know if that'd be worth maybe a $10 bill. I would say you said 5 earlier. It's an easy 5 probably, but at least 5 to 10. Because like I said, like people they like to collect all those one shots. And it looks like a variant of issue 1. I think, yeah, that's definitely a issue 1 variant. Poor Man says he agrees $10 for the Red Death. And then that one is the Merciless. Yeah, so once again, it's one of those cool one shots.
That's sick. Well, how many of these things could there be?
Oh yeah, try collecting them when they all came out. It was like every week you got one. So I think that's issue 2, if I remember right. Yeah, I got that. I actually have a signed copy of that one myself by Snyder and Capullo. But yeah, that's part of the miniseries.
What's the signed copy worth?
I'm not sure. It took me a while to get it. It was priceless in my opinion because I got to meet him. And that one, which issue is that? 5. Yeah, so people love that Batman Who Laughs. But yeah, I was gonna say Pope Grimey's saying no Dawnbreaker. I haven't seen the Dawnbreaker one shot yet, but they seem to be a little out of order.
Okay, we're into no clue. Wildstorm.
Okay, yeah. Oh man, you didn't get the rest of the Dark Knight's Metal run. Yeah, that's Wildstorm. Basically, that's an imprint that originally Jim Lee started through Image. You're talking like Wildcats Gen 13. DC bought it up, and sometimes they'll do stuff like that and just use it every once in a while. What else we got here? Ooh, that's one of those Green Lanterns semi-virgin variants. Was it, guys? Warren Lau maybe did that variant cover, if I remember right.
Jalipsy and Antonio Hi-Fi. That's what it says down on.
That's the crazy thing about collecting anymore. Like the covers. Yeah, that's the right. Usually, you're typically on your books. They'll have the last name of the writer first, the last name of the artist, and then your colors. Oh, that's a great one, man. That is an awesome book. That's like chat, correct me if I'm wrong, was it minimum $20-$25 book right there, Mr. Miracle #1 from Tom King? So,
this side?
yeah, you definitely want to put that in whatever good pile you got going. Put that one in the good pile.
I would have thought that would be like the last one, right? Supposed to be metals. Like that's what I would think. I don't know.
Okay, so it's from the Batman Tom King run. It's a fun book. At least it's a fun and decent read. I feel like, Batman and Catwoman. I
gotta wonder though, because this guy is getting all these #1s. Why would he pick up a 37?
It was a good read, maybe he died. It seemed like in the Marvel one he was just looking for that good read, or he just wanted to collect #1s, and unfortunately there were tons of #1s. But it seems like the guy really dug Batman, so he bought. He probably is just on his pull list. We got a Convergence 0, probably a retailer incentive black and white cover.
Yep.
But unfortunately, Convergence, I'll just tell you flat out, Convergence pretty much sucked. So not a lot of people collect Convergence stuff. There's like 1 or 2 key covers from that run that people look for just because of the cover alone. So maybe you got that. Let's see what we got.
Kind of just trailed out then.
Yeah. What else you got? Oh, is that the Merciless? Yeah. All right. Dawnbreaker. Sorry, that's the one we're looking for. That's the Green Lantern Batman. I know Pope Grammy and Boy Had 7 were waiting on that one.
Some more of these out.
Poor man's comic says put Mr. Miracle in a pile of its own. Oh man, that's you put that in the Mr. Miracle pile. There it is.
Why?
Teen Titans number 12. That is the first appearance of the Batman Who Laughs.
Really?
That's probably your best book yet.
That's sick.
That's a good one.
How much is that worth?
I looked on eBay for a minute. I know it's probably at least 40, but it's going up. It just keeps going up. So put that triple board, whatever they did earlier. That's a good one. Yeah, they get a Mylar for that. All right, we got a Jim Lee variant on a Harley Quinn 25th anniversary special. Yeah, Poor Man says for sure 40 or 50. Boyhood 7 says near mint. It's approaching $75. We got a Doomsday Clock. It's probably a B cover for issue 1, if I remember right. Doomsday Clock's it's a fun read in my opinion. You kind of don't read it before you read Watchmen if you haven't already. But yeah, I personally like Doomsday Clock. Teen Titans Rebirth number 1. So that first appearance of Batman Who Laughs, that's the same run from where they got, and then that's Red Hood and the Outlaws Rebirth number 1. So they're a little bit confusing on the numbering. So like the ones that say Rebirth in real big letters, that's the one shot that led into the series. Yeah. Got some Bombshells United. I think looks like a Babs Tark variant cover for issue 1. Some people like those Bombshells.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Like I said, why would you get 15 if these are all number 1s?
Yeah, Batgirl fit. Hey, nice cover. Maybe you just got it for that. But yeah, you got some Mad Hatter in the background there with Babs and Dick making out. So that probably just spot on the cover alone.
No clue who this is. Maybe you guys know.
The Rough and Ready show. I think they have this deal with like Warner Brothers because Warner Brothers owns DC Comics. So sometimes you'll see like a Warner Brothers property like Rough and Ready published under the DC label. Oh, Poor Man's correcting me. There's a Middleton cover on that Batgirl. So Joshua Middleton, he's a very popular cover artist. And Chad 90MF, he did get that copy of 12, by the way. He said he needs that 12. Hawkman special. I don't read a lot of Hawkman. That looks a little bit older than some of the books you've had. Not too much older, but probably like late 2000s.
Where the hell did that even come from?
All right, we got some. Oh, we got some Convergence books again. So we got Justice League.
It's the number 1. I guess it had 0 in number 1.
Almost right? Every one of those Convergence spinoffs is a number 1.
Okay.
It was a kind of a neat concept when they
let's pray for some more expensive books here. Let's do this. We got whatever that is.
All right, so is that a lenticular we're getting back into, it looks like? Yeah, we got a Trinity Sin Pandora. That was the second run of lenticular stuff from the Futures End line that DC did. Probably about, 2014, 2015, if I remember correctly. Yeah, same run of books. Action Comics, Superman Futures End number 1. At least the DC stuff, their lenticulars are a little bit better.
Yeah, they look a lot better.
They at least work correctly. Lobo, we got a Lobo number 1. I don't know if Chad from a Comic Core is still in the chat, but I know that's one of his favorite books. I think Marguerite Bennett is the writer on that book, if I remember right.
It's here, I'll show you there.
Or at least she created the character. Oh, it's Cullen Bunn. Cullen Bunn wrote that book. But yeah, we've had some fun on the Comic Core with that title.
We got looks like a Halloween Comic Fest.
Okay, yeah, one of the Comic Fest freebies. Poor Man's, he gives his opinion on the lenticulars. He says those lenticulars are your box ends. All right, so we got some Batman, Superman. That's from Greg Pak, but Jay Lee is the star on that book. He is the artist, and he does some awesome stuff.
Any good?
It's not too bad. Actually, I have a, they can't see it on my thing, but I got a variant up there. It was like a mail away. Here,
okay.
It's probably really far away, but it's like up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Chad. I don't have a third hand to click my camera, but look at my.
How do you pin your comics up there?
I got like wall mounts and stuff.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not fond of the bags and boards, just the comic itself. So if I ever take them down, I'm definitely rebagging all of them. Oh, here we go. We got some great stuff here. Batman White Knight, one of my top reads of last year. So
Yeah?
that's the hang on right there. I think that's the cover A, if I remember correctly. It's not worth tons of money. There's one money book in that kind of, but it's just a phenomenal read. If you got the whole run, that's awesome.
Cool. We got no clue who this is.
Commandy at Earth's End. That's okay. We got some 90s Elseworld action. Wow, that's a curveball.
No clue.
Yeah.
It says Comic-Con 04.
Interesting. Yeah, it's definitely a 90s book, though. I think I could be completely wrong, but
DC.
yeah, that's a curveball.
I don't know. I guess your buddy who likes Lowball number 1.
Okay, so this is from the first round of lenticulars for Villains Month that DC did right around the first couple of years of New 52. So for a while, a lot of those were pretty hot. I think they've cooled down a lot, but there's still one or two that people look for.
I'm telling you right now, though, these DC lenticulars are killing it.
Oh yeah, they're hands down.
Wow.
I mean, there's a reason why Marvel tried the lenticulars, because DC killed it with theirs, and Marvel tried the same thing and did.
Like, this one actually feels like it's popping off.
Yeah, those first run ones are the best ones too.
Wow. Once again, why? A number 10?
Eli was saying in the chat that Lobo you showed earlier was the first appearance of Twilight Lobo, or basically like his first appearance post New 52. Injustice. I know Great Legend loves some of that Injustice run.
But why? Why is there a number 10?
One. I don't know if maybe he found it at a dollar bin and thought it looked cool.
Maybe.
Here's something from when I started collecting. That's a Superman, what is it, issue 80, if I remember right? The good old Chromium.
82.
82. Okay, yeah, I bought that one not too long ago. I wanted that so bad as a kid because I could only get the newsstand ones. And that was the one like the comic shops had. I always loved those ones.
Oh, I'm just waiting to see here, man. There's got to be some more money books in here. There's got to be. It looks like he has a bit of Rebirth here.
Nice. Justice League. Oh, Killer Frost. Look, I was trying to read that title. It wasn't coming through too well. I didn't even know that one existed. I didn't know Killer Frost had her own Rebirth title. Interesting.
Next one, we got
Nightwing.
Number 1 Nightwings.
Nice. So that's the Rebirth one shot before the ongoing started. And the next one, yeah, that's the issue 1 for Nightwing. So that's pretty nice.
And then we have back-to-back Nightwing again.
Okay, so that's the B cover for the Rebirth one shot. And then that's the, I think that's technically the A cover for Nightwing number 1. The other one was the B cover, but I prefer that one, honestly.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. I like having Batman in there.
Yeah, that's really nice. We had a couple people join the chat. We got Comic Noob. He said, "What's up, fellas?" And then we got Jeffrey Comic-Con Henson. Once again, happy belated birthday, Jeffrey.
I got something here for you, buddy.
What you got? Oh, man, we got some Batman TMNT. Is that an Eastman variant, too? That's nice. That's a cool book, man.
I'm going to stick this over. I'm a Ninja Turtle fan myself.
No, yeah, I was going to say, I'd hang on to that one no matter how much it's worth. It's worth a penny. You're hanging on to it anyway.
This is kind of cool. I guess Dead Man, no clue who that is.
Okay, yeah, this is, they brought back Dead Man for a little bit. Neil Adams wanted to bring it back, so if you want to start getting Neil Adams stuff, that's a good starting book. I love me some 70s Neil Adams. I'm not too crazy about his newer stuff, but
we got Bats Out of Hell finale 33.
Okay, that's actually kind of this one actually kind of makes sense. That Bat Out of Hell spun off of Dark Knight's Metal a little bit. Yeah, see, it says Dark Knight's Metal tie-in. So based on the fact that he's getting a lot of those Dark Knight's Metal books, he probably tried to get most of the tie-ins as well, and that was one of them. Cool J.G. Jones covers on those too. Oh, here we go. We got the Flash Annual number 1. I think that kicks off the Flash War, which is supposed to be a really good read. That was like a little bit after they brought back Wally West.
I've never seen him holding both of his suits before.
Yeah. So Rebirth got a little confusing with Wally West. So the yellow suit belongs to like an African American Wally West who's like a teenager, and then you have Barry Allen, and then they brought back the Wally West from the original age. We got Justice League of America Rebirth #1. That's the Rebirth one shot for that.
Any good?
It's not too bad. Like, it's not the greatest title in the world, but it was all right. Like I said, once Scott Snyder took over, it was much better. Yeah, that's right up Legends alley. You got Planet of the Apes Green Lantern action figure variant. And then, wow, more Commandy. Okay. I like Commandy, I guess.
#1. It makes sense when I see #1. Right. It's not making sense when I'm seeing 12 and 10. And, it doesn't make sense.
I love like one.
This is a #1 collection.
I think I just bought that book yesterday, actually, for 20 cents. That's a Ryan Otley variant cover for Justice League of America Rebirth. Loved me some Ryan Otley. Flash Rebirth #1. That's a good one. It's a good run of Flash. And then same issue too. So maybe you started collecting Flash. We'll see. Batman Annual #1 for Rebirth. Then Batman Beyond Rebirth #1. Very nice.
Makes me wonder, man.
Yeah, I'm starting to see the trend a little bit. Another annual, Superman Annual #1. Now the question is, will this go? Okay, so we're getting into Superman Rebirth one shot #1. The one we're looking for, I don't want to, knock on wood. I don't want to constantly. We're looking for #10. That's the first appearance of the Super Sons together. So yeah, Superman #10. We'll see, but it seems to be a lot of ones. Ooh, what do we got here? We got Justice League #1. That's the black and white variant. So that's a very nice book. I would put that in the keeper pile. People love their their black and white Jim Lee variants. So that's a nice book. And it's a good run of Justice League too. So before you had the Rebirth one shot, that's the ongoing Justice League of America #1. We got Pope Cerebus the first in the chat. What's going on, Pope? We got both Popes, so we're officially a holy live stream now. We're going back to those Futures End lenticulars. I think I actually have that same one.
Yeah, I got a few of them in here.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I skipped this crossover, but it was the Justice League versus the Suicide Squad. You're kind of talking around the era where the Suicide Squad had that movie out, so they wanted to give them as much exposure as possible. That's a pretty nice cover, though.
Yeah, it is a nice cover. Oh, this is killer cover, man. Wow.
Oh, okay, so we're getting into the Deathstroke. So the people love these Mattina variant covers. It's Francisco Mattina did the variants for that run. So
yeah, people are swooping those up.
Yeah. People love those.
Oh, look, we got a Raven.
Nice. Raven #1. I'm trying to think of who came back to do that. I can't remember if it was Sienkiewicz or not. I don't think it was. Could be wrong. Maybe it was Marv Wolfman who came back to write Raven one more time.
Okay. Well, looks like we got some Rebirth there. We got some Deathstroke.
Nice.
Aquaman.
Okay, yeah, man, he must have got every one shot.
Oh, when I seen it, I'm like, is there a 0?
Super Sons #1. Hey, it's still a good start to that run, though. I think they had Dustin Nguyen doing the art on that. Batwoman Rebirth. I think, did I collect the Batwoman stuff? Yeah, that came out slightly after the other Rebirth titles. So if I remember right, Marguerite Bennett and James Tynion IV wrote that book. And I collected the first few issues. It was pretty good. That's not DC. No, that's actually a pretty new Marvel book that's came out in the last little bit. So that looks like a original suit variant for the Return of Wolverine.
Pretty cool. It's one of my favorite books I've seen.
Stephen Julie says, having trouble getting with you on the ASM 252. No worries, man. Thanks for thinking of me, though, Stephen Jewell. Blue Beetle. That's the Jaime Reyes version of Blue Beetle. Now we got some cyber. Man, this guy got all the Rebirth titles. Yeah, oh, there it is. Poor man's called it. The Supergirl #1, Adam Hughes variant. And then you got the Superwoman #1. That's Terry Dotson. Good artist. I like his covers too.
These Rebirth labels here, are they worth anything at all?
No, yeah, I was telling you about the New 52 and the Marvel Now. It was kind of like basically I feel like Marvel copied off of DC when they did the Marvel Now, kind of think of the New 52, and then DC kind of looked at what they were doing. It's like they just kind of did a soft reboot, introduced almost all number ones, but it wasn't a complete continuity reboot. So they did this thing called DC Rebirth, where they kind of just put all new creative teams and went to number ones, except for Detective Comics and Action Comics, they went back to legacy numbering. So basically what that means is they wanted to make sure they got a 1,000 issue of each of those. And then there's the regular colored NB cover for Justice League #1 from Jim Lee. You got the Tim Sale B cover for Batman #1. That's the start of the Tom King run. I think that's actually worth a couple bucks now. I know my shop was selling that same one for $10 today. This one? Is now the one if you turn it around, but that's a great cover too. I want to get into that in a second. This one, the A cover for the regular Batman, they were selling for $10. But that one, the one in your hand, All-Star Batman #1, that's a Jock variant. I love Jock. He's one of my favorite cover artists. So that's a good book too. I don't think it's worth a lot if you're talking value, but it's still a great cover to have. So we got some Hellblazer #1. So basically, Constantine got his own Rebirth title. Eventually got canceled. Yeah, it's Constantine.
Why do they call him Hellblazer?
It's just the title he was in originally when they had his main run in the 90s. So if you like Constantine, there you go. We got the Architect, Sam's Tangled Web in the chat. How's it going, man? We got Harley Quinn. I believe that's the Bill Sienkiewicz variant. And then Wonder Woman. Can't see the number on that. #2. Okay. So it looks like he didn't collect the Jenny Frison run of those covers. People love those. Suicide Squad. Looks like a Lee Bermejo cover on that one. And then that's the B cover for it. Pope Cerebus says he got some Jock Detectives. Very nice. Oh, the Flintstones.
Well,
I think Amanda Conner did those covers, so very nice. The Return of the Swamp Thing. I love me some Swamp Thing. I hadn't read that, the newer one, but that's cool.
Whatever this is.
Is that okay? That's the Batman Day version of Batman White Knight. So you had Batman White Knight #1 earlier. This is essentially a reprint of it that they gave away for free on Batman Day. So they have it's just another shop way to give free comics. So it was basically a free book, but it's still a nice one. That looks like the Art Germ B cover for Catwoman #1.
Are you good?
The art inside's really nice. Probably about.
Nice. Let's stick it over here.
One to probably hang on to.
You got Trinity.
Trinity #1. I haven't read that run myself, but I heard someone, I think Chad from Comic Corps told me that run was really good, and Jeremy Edwards liked it too. Okay, that's just the regular Justice League #1 then.
And that's that box.
Nice.
So take it away. We got one box left.
One box.
Let me stick all of these.
I think we're going to have to rapid fire this box pretty quick because I got to eat before the auction tonight, so I don't want to rush you. But
what time is it? What time is it?
7. We've been on the air for like an hour and 40 minutes, man. We're going to do some rapid fire through box 3. I'm going to try to stop you. I'm going to try to keep track of the chat, see if anyone has anything. Maybe this will be the greatest box yet. We'll see. We had some really good books in that previous box. Yeah, you got the first Batman Who Laughs. That's a huge book. And then that Mr. Miracle #1. Those two books right there. I don't know how much you paid for this lot, but those are two really good books.
Why? How much is the Mr. Miracle one?
It's I think what I pay for mine. I didn't pay that much for mine. I've seen people pay at least $25 for it by itself, and I think it's gone up to like maybe 30 or 40. Chat can definitely correct me on that. But I think somebody said, it might have been Boy7 who said the Batman Who Laughs is almost up to $75 now, near mint.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So like I said, out of everything so far, I'd say those two are the best two.
So
honestly, I don't know my collectability.
This one right here, right?
No, that's a good one. I would hang on to that one too. That one just because all the Batman Who Laughs stuff's hot right now. But there was a Teen Titans issue 12 with that same character in the background. That one definitely yes. That's a great book. Yeah, that's a hot book right now. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I don't think I shouted him out, but we got him in. We got Bake the Snake in the chat. So yeah, we're talking about the new Mr. Miracle run. He found an issue 1 in these round of boxes he got.
There it is.
Yeah, that's the one. So yeah, that's a keeper right there.
Rick, how do you know this? That's what I want to know. How do you know this?
I have no life.
Shit. Okay, let me just throw this over to the side. And like I said, I got receipts.
That's hilarious.
And bags. Every bag it came with.
You got the bags too. Well, there's your box filler right there.
This is crazy.
He kept the bags. Wow.
Okay, last box. Let's do rapid fire.
I think Boy 7 said a 9.8 graded Teen Titans 12 is selling for around $300 if it's graded in a 9.8.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, this one's like really, this one's jammed. So let's take that out.
Oh, man. Nice. We're going to have to rapid fire these bad boys. All right, what do we got? Oh, Divinity. Okay. I haven't read that. I've seen it in some dollar bins, though.
You got Lucifer.
Number 1. That character's kind of been on the rise. I think he got his own TV show. Coffin Hill. I've seen that in some dollar bins. Paradise Court. Haven't heard of it.
These are all number 1s too.
Okay, Paradise Court. Well, like I said, I didn't know if that was going to be a post-it cover or not. It looked like it for a second.
I can't believe this.
What you got?
I really can't. Look.
Oh man, it was Stargate Atlantis. Nice. That's gonna have to be a keeper for you.
Yeah, that is a keeper for me. Look, there's a couple. There's a number 2 here too. Oh wait, it's double boarded.
Nice.
Look, double boarded.
Yeah, because like if those are like retailer incentives and that stuff, like not a lot of people have those because obviously you have to buy more to get those incentives, and not a lot of people buy that. No, you got some newer version of Ninjak. Stephen Jewell says he's got some Cyberfrog today. Those some deep cut independent books. Some Valiant Harbinger, some from the newer Valiant stuff.
No clue. You got Border Town.
Border Town. That book actually got recalled recently, so I think that's actually a B cover for it as well. But unfortunately, I think it's because the writer, he did some, I can't remember what he did, but he had some offensive comments or something. So it wasn't pulled for a good reason. Eternity, I have not read that, but that book looks extremely familiar.
I have no clue what any of them are, so just rapid fire them out. Oh, there we go. I don't know why these weren't in the other box.
Oh, nice. Batman TMNT. That was like, for some reason, like after the original run, they did like a Bruce Timm art style run of it. I haven't read that whole run, but I have it. All right, so this is I was telling you before we started the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They have an ongoing series right now, and that's issue 76 of it. So maybe throw in some more. We'll see. Urban Legends. So once again, they had like another spin-off of Turtles. I haven't read the Urban Legends line, so I'm not sure what that one's all about. Yeah, Comics Miss explains in the chat. How's it going, man? He says canceled the Border Town. I guess the guy had sexual assault allegations against him. So I wouldn't keep that book for speculation purposes because that's shady. Oh, I got some G.I. Joe there from IDW. I think that's
1 in 10 variant.
Cool.
Oh, this is pretty cool.
Oh, that looks nice. Looks like you got a sketch variant of a G.I. Joe. Yeah, I definitely haven't seen that one before. That looks really nice.
Number 2. Darkness Visible. Anybody?
I have not seen that one. Huh. Yeah, unfortunately, my IDW knowledge is minimal. My Little Pony, that looks like another like sketch variant. This guy was definitely into his incentive covers. Poor man says, "Sell all of your GI Joes to me." Poor man, I think I'm only looking for those late run ones now, man. Transformers Optimus Prime, so another incentive. Eli says, "I'll take it." LOL. I don't know if he's talking about the My Little Pony, maybe. I feel like I got an Optimus Prime book from that run recently.
That's pretty sweet.
And he's in the house.
Number 2.
All right, there you go.
Are these worth anything?
To my knowledge, no. I don't think too many people collect the
just
the
for nostalgia.
Yeah. Like I said, if you're talking Transformers, GI Joe, a lot of the fondness is in the '80s books. And for some reason in GI Joe, a lot of people like I want to start collecting the late run, the early '90s because they didn't print hardly any of them. And for completion's sake, I think it's like there's 155 issues if I remember right. And that book looks kind of familiar, but I don't know why. Box Office Poison. I feel like I've heard of that, but I can't pinpoint why.
I don't even know what that is. So
yeah, me either.
Where did you?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. Oh, what does that even say? Okay, that's a Turtles book, Bebop and Rocksteady. I just got that from somebody actually. I was like, that book looks super familiar.
What is it, new?
Yeah, it's fairly new. Yeah.
This must be the newer box then.
Eli is saying I'd like to collect Transformers, but I don't know where it spins off from G1. Star Trek, okay. In terms of like non-80s Transformers I enjoyed, I kind of liked that Dreamwave Studios run from like 03, 04. Pat Lee was never the best artist, but he drew Transformers extremely well. Another Star Trek. So you're not a big Star Wars. You like Stargate. Do you like Star Trek?
No. Well, I like Discovery.
I haven't seen Discovery. I've seen like everything but Discovery. Mask. That's a 80s property right there.
I guess
deep. So they brought back. I guess Thundercats is owned by someone weird, but it's like they brought back Mask. Another Turtles Urban Legends book. So it looks like you got 1 through 3. That's issue 2. I think at the very least on a lot of these Turtles books, that like you at least get like one Eastman. Turtles Ghostbusters Part 2. That one I wouldn't mind reading eventually. That looks like a fun crossover.
It's a pretty cool cover.
Takes up for a Mask movie.
This is how I know this is a #1 collection for somebody because
Powerpuff Girls.
That's probably worth something.
Yeah, you never know.
I'm gonna put that over there and check.
Yeah, Eli's talking about the Transformers. He says Transformers goes from 1 to 100, but there's some confusing. They need to make files for book because I think didn't they have like was that the one where they had like the UK line too? So it was like Transformers UK, and it was completely different and crazy.
Then he'll like that book then.
Yeah, no, at least the cover looks kind of cool. Optimus definitely looks different on there. We got Spectacular Spider Grandpa up in the chat. How's it going, man? Poor man's being blatantly honest. He's saying they're not worth anything. Dark Engine. Okay, I haven't heard that. But at least we're getting into some Image stuff. I like me some Image. Oh, here we go. We got some Reborn #1 that we got Mark Millar and Greg Capullo on that book. That's a good one. People are speculating on that because it's a Mark Millar just signed a big contract with Netflix, so they're thinking every one of his properties is going to be a Netflix show eventually. Walking Dead. I can't remember the issue number on that one, but I think it was a 25-cent one. Yeah, he has 2 of them. A lot of people like to take that and get artist zombie sketches in the middle of it. Gideon Falls. That you got Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrentino. Man, I can't talk anymore. But yeah, Gideon Falls is a good book. I think that goes for a few bucks if I remember right. Outcast, was that issue
25-cent issue?
Okay, yeah. So he did buy the 25-cent issue. So you're probably gonna see an Invincible come up too here in a minute. Moonshine, yeah, Brian Azzarello, Eduardo Rizzo, 100 Bullets team, just trying out another book. Astronauts in Trouble. Who did that book? It seems familiar, but I have not read that one. Oh, Charlie Adler did the art. He's the Walking Dead artist. That's why I probably heard of it. Morning Glories. What issue is that? I think 20. That's probably one of those quarter ones.
I don't know. Issue 26.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's probably like one of those discounted ones to try to get people into the title. Fuse. I have not read Fuse, but I think I've heard of that one.
I'm just trying to get through these.
I said, that's the good thing about comic books. There's something for everybody. Kingsman. All right, we got some Kingsman. It looks like this came out probably after the movie did.
Number 1.
I am starting Poor Man's. Stellar number 1. I read that one. It's a recent book. I wasn't a huge fan of that one, honestly. But I know some people did really like it. Which issue? Is that God Country number 1? Oh, man, that's a keep it. Keep it. Put it in the keep pile. God Country number 1. So just wait for the chat to catch up on that one. That was Donnie Cates's like big splash on the comic scene.
I put it in.
It's a really good
one, right?
Yeah, I would keep that one and Moral Hawk, Mr. Miracle, and Poor Man's Sand. It's a $40 variant. That's God Country number 2. So hopefully he has them all. That'd be sweet if you get the whole set. It's a phenomenal read. Leviathan number 1. That's a recent one. Actually, you like that. It's John Layman wrote that. It's a pretty good read. They're only on like issue 3 or 4. So if you want to start reading that, you could go to your comic shop now and pick them all up. All right, so we got some Die, Die, Die. Raise that book up just a little bit. I want to see the bottom. Okay, so we got the text. So just a cover A, basically, for this new Robert Kirkman book. Realm. I can't remember who did it. I can't remember who did Realm offhand. I have not read that. I've heard some people have liked Realm.
Should I put it over here? Or?
I'd probably just put it in your normal pile.
Cool.
We got Praxis, Planetoid. Now, Poor Man's Comics is saying if you see another God Country, it's the cover A. I guess that's the money book. That's kind of crazy. It's like the only instance where the money book was the A cover. Pope, I have actually not read a Tomahawk. Sorry, man. Vampirella Zero.
Says it's 1 in 50.
Oh, wow.
Variant.
Yeah, like I said, some of these like independent publisher like incentive covers, they're probably all worth hanging on to. One day someone's going to, especially if it's like a known artist. So then you definitely want to keep that. I can't even tell what that says. Sword Quest? Huh.
Bowers, Sims, and Ghost Rider X.
Jeffrey Comic-Con Henson's is saying Moral Hulk number 2, cover A is money. We got Animosity. That's another Marguerite Bennett property right there. I think that's just like a follow-up title because it's called World of Animosity, I think. I've heard good things about that, too. It's like animals basically become sentient and, can communicate with each other and that stuff. Clan Killers. I have not heard of that. Well, it looks like it's an Aftershock comic. Pope Cerebus was saying that Vampirella 1 in 50 is a Joseph Michael Linzer variant, so he's always a great artist to hang on to. And then Eli was saying the Sword Quest, it's based on an old Atari game. I thought that sounded familiar, Eli.
This? Anybody know anything about this?
Anyone here of Clan Killers? I have not.
I got 2 of them, 2 number 1s here.
Ooh. I guess you got a reader copy then.
Lots of number 1s here.
Relay number 1. Trying to think of a good number 1 I could hope to pop up.
I'm waiting for you to be like, oh my God.
God Country is a good one. Dark Arc number 1. It's a Colin Bunn. Colin Bunn's a good writer, so I'm sure that's a pretty solid number 1 at least. Beyonders. Paul Jenkins. I do like me some Paul Jenkins. He was a good writer in the mid-2000s for Marvel. He did the Wolverine origin story he's most popular for.
Okay, we're getting there. We're almost there. I'm gonna flash through these ones.
By the way, he's on a little bit of a lag. We got some more True Believers. Okay, so it looks like this reprints Daredevil, the first Kevin Smith, Joe Quesada issue. So that's a very good read. I highly recommend it. Looks like we got some classic Phoenix True Believers. Wolverine, the X-Men. This guy really liked Jason Aaron. That's Jason Aaron Wolverine, basically. Some nice stuff. Robots, Princesses. I hadn't heard of that one. Sorry, Pope Cerebus is dropping the knowledge for the independent stuff. He's saying Donny Cates did Relay #1 as well. So pretty much anything Donny Cates you probably want to hang on to for a minute. See what happens. Ninja versus Aliens. Okay, I got Eli's dropping the knowledge about Sword Quest. It's all coming back to me.
What's my name, boy?
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth, boy.
Eli is saying the Sword Quest was a big controversy back in the day because when you played the game, you could win real prizes, but the video game crash happened. They never finished the games, and only 2 people won prizes. I do remember hearing about that now. We got some Green Hornet. I think he has a Dynamite comic, if I remember right. Yep. John Carter. I didn't even realize John Carter went to Dynamite. I think he started off at Marvel in the 70s. They made that movie, and I'm sure Dynamite put out the kill. Oh, man. K.I. Killer Instinct. TJ. Combo. Combo Breaker.
Oh, 2 #1s.
That's probably a fun book to pop open.
That's pretty cool.
Someone loves some Killer Instinct.
I thought Killer Instinct died in the 90s.
I think it did, but Dynamite Entertainment picks up every property they can. You got some Voltron, Year 1. We got some Silver Age Dave in the chat. How's it going, Silver? Glad you can make it, man. Oh, we're getting into some Red Sonja action here. There's some popular covers in Red Sonja. So stay tuned, Poor Man's Comics. You might see something you like. Scott Farr, there's a live auction. It's 8 p.m. Central, so it's in about 57 minutes on All About Comics channel, Scott.
Okay,
Poor Man's Comics saying he's looking for issue 3. More True Believers. Here. Got some John Byrne Fantastic Four. It's going to look pretty, to say the least. That just reprints the first appearance of Punisher. Like I said, people are loving these True Believers. Looks like Galactus Fantastic Four True Believers. Yeah, there will be a market for these. Okay, that's the first. Scott Lang is an Ant-Man reprint. That reprints the first appearance that goes to is in the Ant-Man and Wasp movie.
That's pretty cool.
Looks like a reprint of the original Ant-Man. Jean Grey versus Sabretooth. Yeah, it was probably right around when they brought back Jean Grey. They reprinted a lot of her stories. That looks like it reprints the first Brian Bendis Daredevil, which is also a phenomenal read.
Yeah, looks like we got a collector of True Believers here.
Yeah. No, I mean, they're good things to collect. If you can't afford those originals and those Silver and early Bronze Age keys, this is definitely a good alternative to doing that. Nice. I'm trying to think if I've read that one before. Yep, that's from the Adam Kubert Wolverine run. That's a 90s one right there. I believe that's from the Mark Millar and John Romita Jr. Wolverine run. That one wasn't too bad. Oh, you know what's funny? Here, I got to put my camera on real quick. You keep showing that True Believers real quick. Because I just found this one last week. So you just got that one. And then here, I just found this one at a half-price books a few days ago. So here's like the original version of that cover. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
I always thought this was a very nice cover. So, all right, back to you.
That is a nice cover. On to the next.
Yeah, Save the Tiger. Yeah, I think that was Marvel Comics Presents #1 Wolverine reprint. That's when X-23 had her first ongoing, I believe, True Believers reprint. Okay, so Walter Simonson, Fantastic Four. I didn't even realize they made this many True Believers. I'll be perfectly honest. Yeah, I still got to watch Silver Age Dave's video from this morning. I watched a little bit of it, and then I wanted to get to this live stream, so I got to finish that. There we go. That's the reprint of the Frank Miller miniseries Wolverine with Chris Claremont. And that's I think that's actually a pretty good True Believers to hang on to. I don't know the value of it myself, but it's the first appearance of Wolverine. I know some people are looking for that one specifically. I'm sure the chat will let us know. Yeah, Luke Cage Hero for Hire reprint of that first one. For some reason they slapped the Marvel Knights title on that one. Reprint of the first Doctor Doom. Okay, another Daredevil. Sorry, I was just reading Eli's comment. He says, because those magazines I showed earlier, those are in black and white. So I guess the True Believers they put in color. That's really, I didn't know that, Eli. I'm going to have to actually look for those because that's some really nice art in those. Okay, so they even reprinted the What Ifs. That's crazy.
I think I got 2 of those.
Yeah, that's your second one. Guy like this first Doctor. I guess when they're $1, sometimes you're actually going to buy those doubles. I've got that cover somewhere. That's a classic. The Fantastic Four versus the new Fantastic Four. Birth of Valeria. I need to read that one later, actually. That's Valerie is the daughter of Reed and Sue.
Okay, I guess we got some Power Rangers.
Oh, we got some Power Rangers action figure variants. Do you get the whole set? Oh, there's the Green Ranger.
We will see.
Some people like these Power Rangers. Oh, Bone Parish. That's a pretty solid book. Yeah, Cullen Bunn. Yeah, it's a good read. Yep, Power Rangers Annual 2018 or 2016, sorry. And then I think that just kicks off the run. I can't remember. I feel like there's one kind of money book in that run, but it might be like a blind bag variant or something like that. Okay, that's like a swipe of the original Power Rangers comic. I think that's a double for you, if I remember right. Walt Simonson, True Believers, Fantastic Four. That's a behind-the-scenes freebie for the Amazing Spider-Man #1 done by Nick Spencer and Ryan Ollie.
Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. Oh, he has all these comic shop things, too.
Those are cool.
Yeah, they are looking. Hey, I think I have 3 of these.
Dang. Silver Age Dave says he owns 20 to 30 of that 181 reprint of the Wolverine first appearance. Yeah, there's your first Daredevil issue 1 right there. Yeah, Iron Fist #1 reprint. That's a first appearance reprint of Jessica Jones. It's a good read. All new Wolverine #1 reprint. Wow, I even did True Believers of the stuff they just released in the last few years.
Surprised I haven't seen an original copy of Old Man Logan yet.
I'm a little bit surprised too. Yeah, it was right around that time.
Lots of True Believer books. I wonder how many of these were printed.
That awesome Mike Zeck Punisher run. I mean, they print a bunch of them, but like I said, people love those things. Scott and Jean Marriage, X-Men 30 reprint. Phoenix Returns reprint. Can't remember the exact number of that one. Yeah, that's the Wolverine ongoing #1 reprint. Chris Claremont did that one, I believe, too. That reprints the first issue of the Greg Rucka Wolverine run.
Oh, this is a cool cover.
Wolverine and Saber. Not sure which fight that is, but that is a really cool cover. They fought so many times, all kind of just blends in my head. Ant-Man and Wasp, Death Do His Part. feel like I've seen that one already. Wolverine Evolution. This was originally billed as the final fight between Sabretooth and Wolverine. I believe Simone Bianchi did the art in that one, and Jeff Loeb maybe wrote that. We got some Chris Claremont, Kitty Pryde Wolverine reprint action.
And the last one.
The Ant-Man and Wasp, this time with Spider-Man. Yeah, I think that usually when a movie comes out, they reprint the crap out of like key issues. So like if Ant-Man comes out, you get all your Ant-Man reprints. So I think that's where a lot of those came from.
Check this out. He has every comic shop news thing here.
Oh, that's cool.
With all the art on it.
Wow. That's nice. We got Big Lion Cat 646 in the chat. Another person had a successful auction last night with the New York Warriors. So welcome, Big Lion Cat. Yeah, those are cool, man. Like I don't even think my shop has those. So those are kind of
you know what's cool that I just seen about these?
Yeah.
Is on them is that they have comics, right?
Oh, that's
awesome. And you know who it's by?
Yeah, Stan Lee and Larry Lieber.
So I might keep those.
Those are cool. Like I said, my shop doesn't get those. Those are really neat. I've never seen those before. Wonder if they're regional.
There's a lot of them here too. Like, look at this one. This one's sick.
Yep, that's the Heroes in Crisis preview.
There's a lot of good ones here. But yeah, I know everybody's got to go. I want to thank everybody for coming in to CW Woodward's chat here. You know, this is something different.
Yeah.
Figured we'd do something a little different before you guys go to your auction tonight. Yeah, if anybody's watching, you know, if you get a haul, you know, you get anything, you know, message somebody in the comic whole community and maybe do something like this. You know, you could be like right out of your realm. And, you know, you have all these guys here that know exactly what they're looking at because, like, out of all these books, how many books was that? That was, like, what, 300 books?
Something like that. I can't remember the exact amount you can fit in a short box.
Well,
but probably at least.
What, 2 or 3 that are, like, hot?
I'd say a little more than that. Like you said, those are some really good books you got there, though. I mean, check out those guys' receipts. I'm sure, like most of those variants, he probably paid the variant prices for too. So, I mean, a few of them are more. I mean, some of the ones we didn't even talk about, they're at least more than your average dollar bin finds. So, I mean, it's still a pretty solid collection.
I don't know what this is all about.
Hey, sometimes the best thing to do is just crack open an unknown book and give it a read.
Yeah. Read that out. But, you know, I'll let you do your thing to let everything out. And thank you guys for watching and putting up with your boy Fish Tropic because your boy only knows about fish. I don't know about comics. You know, I just want to get back into it. You know, it's something that, you know, I kind of enjoy because, like, I draw and stuff. So, you know, I need visual, like, I just need visuals to look at so I can start drawing things. And, you know, It's one of those things, right? But, yeah, take her away.
No, it's really cool of you to message me and, you know, come up with this idea. Not something we were planning. We probably planned this maybe 15, 20 minutes before we actually hit the live button and made the schedule for this. Just a really cool for me to be able to, you know, do a video with my very first subscriber ever. And, you know, he's getting back into comics now and looks like he found some key books for his collection to start growing it again. So nonetheless, we're going to go and sign out here. So big thanks to the chat. A couple quick plugs. Just next time, if you like, you know, if you want to see books like this again, I'll show them Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on the Tuesday night live stream. But coming up in about 45 minutes, I still got to dig through my boxes and find a few more things to sell. We'll be having an auction on JP All About Comics' channel. There's going to be a stacked lineup of sellers tonight. I think there's at least 7 sellers. So All About Comics, sub him up. If you liked what you saw from Fish Tropic today, or if you want to know about fish and aquariums, the link is below. Sub this man up. Other than that, I got to look for some books and eat some TV dinner. So have a good night. Thanks for joining us.